So very quickly, let's do Mr. John. Christine Malloy and Joe Lawler made a film called Helen, which I absolutely loved, which was about somebody playing a character whose identity they begin to take on, and it was about fluid identities. In this, Aiden Gillen is this kind of listless character, Gerry Devine, who travels to Singapore in the wake of his brother's death and ends up wearing his brother's clothes, living in his brother's apartment, working with his brother's wife, and apparently to some extent resurrecting the watery ghost of his brother who has drowned in strange circumstances. The thing about the film is it's got a really the visuals are absolutely beautiful. The cinematographer they work with, Ollie Birkeland, who also shot Helen, has an extraordinary way with visual imagery, and that combined with Steve McKeon's score, which is these kind of aching suspensions, make it a very, very moody and intoxicating and sort of mesmerizing experience. That said, it's not as fulfilling an experience for me as Helen was, although that's, it's often hard, if somebody makes a film that really strikes a chord with you, it's sometimes hard to compare their later work and say, well, this didn't work quite as well for me. But there is something about the way that they work that creates this kind of dreamy reality. I don't mean dreamy as in, gooey dreamy. I mean dreamy as in eerie and uncanny. Aiden Gillen is, I think, very, very good. He has this look of being permanently as if his face is trying to decide which character it's playing. And the film has this sense that there is some very important thing just happening at the very edge of the frame, and it held my attention all the way through. I know that that's not the case for everybody in the screening room that I was in, but it held my attention all the way through, and I thought for the tone of it, for the texture of it, it worked really well. I was talking to somebody earlier on about I was talking to Richard Ayoade and about discussing what a film meant, and he said the thing you need to understand is that sometimes you make a film because you just like working with the materials, and this appeared to be for me that you could feel the texture, you could feel the passion in the filmmaking, even if in the end I thought the film itself was didn't quite add up to as much as Helen did. But I think they're a very fine filmmaking team, and I'm very interested to see what they do next.